guys? Welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I have the entertaining story for you. For those of you who like a lot of crazy family drama and all that, this is definitely one you'll enjoy. I'm going to go over a story that was sent from a subscriber. This is all about a guy. He is 37 years old, and he is with a woman. His girlfriend is 28, and from all accounts, what he describes, she sounds like a pretty cool chick. And you know, for me saying that says a lot. She has zero interest in getting married, zero interest in having kids. She likes the life just with her guy. Sounds like she's loyal, supportive, cool, and all that. The problem is her family. Her family don't like the idea that she doesn't want to get married, particularly her mother. And also there's a problem with her younger sister. Her younger sister in this story, guys, you're going to see, is a professional carousel rider. And at 20 years old, guess what she did? Got pregnant and had a kid. And as a result of that, she hasn't changed her party girl carousel riding ways. And now, because this couple doesn't want to get married, she's now trying to get together with this guy. Because he and his girlfriend they babysit the kid and all that, because the kid's 4 years old. And it's this whole drama fest now of her family trying to get him to marry the younger sister. And the younger sister has been doing all these things to pursue him, sending him all sorts of naughty pictures, saying that you can be with me and hook up with my friends. I mean, this is just like daytime TV crazy crap. So for you guys that find that entertaining, you'll like this one. But once again, it goes to show you with wacko families and all that, and how you have to freaking just step away from them if that's the situation, and what you can get into, guys, with your girlfriend if you're not careful with her family. So, and also freeloading gals that try to get nice guys to be white knights and take care of their kids. So, it starts off, he says, hello SSM. I am a 37-year-old guy looking to share his story with you. I've been listening to a couple of your videos, and one of them really sounded similar to what I was going through just recently, so I wanted to share it with you, and hopefully it will be helpful to guys who may encounter the same situation in the future. Dude, I don't think many guys are going to encounter what you share in your story. I can tell you that right now. Currently, I'm in a relationship with my girlfriend, a 28-year-old female, and we have mutually agreed upon never getting married or having kids, just life partners. Well, I hope that's the case. It sounds like through your email you're serious about that she means that, but keep in mind, she might change her mind later on down the road. I'm hoping it's not a bait and switch to get you so attached to her that when she changes her mind, you're going to do it out of fear of her leaving. So just be aware of that. She may say that now at 28 years old, but at 38 years old, all of a sudden she might be thinking, maybe I do want to get married. But I'll leave it at that she means it right now, or means it permanently. He says, I already have a child, a 15-year-old female, from my previous marriage, and I'm not willing to get married anymore. Very smart. You've done this before. You've been down this road. You don't want to be divorced again. You can be with her. She can be with you. And guarantee you're going to have a better situation than you would be if you married her. Because, let's be honest here, once that ring gets on the finger, things change. But when she knows, like I say all the time, guys, when a woman knows that you can leave like this, they treat you better. End of story. And women will never truly respect a guy unless they know that if they piss that guy off or try too much bullshit, that guy will walk and replace them. So by not having that ring on her finger, you got a lot of leverage. That's the way. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it has to be. You always have to have them wondering or thinking that they push you too far, you're out of there. That's how you get respect. Anyhow, he already had a kid and he was already married. My girlfriend isn't big on having children and wants to be child-free, and I did not want to get married again, so we're both fine on just being together without any ceremonies or paperwork. Also, no, there is no common law marriage where I come from, in case you were wondering. I was about to bring that up until you wrote that, so I'm glad you put that in. We started dating about 4 years ago, and her family quickly accepted me. I don't have parents anymore, so I grew really close with her family. Her sister, who's a 24-year-old female, got pregnant at 20 years old during her sophomore year in college. 20 years old, huh? The father of her child literally ran off to Timbuktu when she told him that she was pregnant. I felt sorry for my girlfriend's sister and decided to help out whenever I can. I knew how to be a dad, so the baby stuff was no problem. Don't feel sorry for her, because she obviously, the guy she picked, he said literally took off. Like that. Boom, off to the sunset. What kind of guy does that? Chatter Tyrone, the bad boy. 20 years old, she knows what she's doing. Believe me, if there is, in this world of the strong, empowered gal, she's old enough to know darn well the type of guy that to be hooking up with, and they're the type that's going to take off. But they all seem to think that guy's going to be there and be the daddy and all that. Bullshit. Chad and Tyrone don't stick around to raise the kids. Chad and Tyrone don't have a job to pay child support. Then they find that white knight. And it sounds like you, my man, you're a good guy, but you were trying to a little bit be the white knight and help out with. It's one thing to help out a little bit because it's your girlfriend's nephew, but be careful with the white knighting. Anyhow, he says, my girlfriend's sister is a bit of a party girl, you think? So she would often leave us to babysit her son. Me and my girlfriend didn't mind, and it even changed my girlfriend's perception on children a little, though she still doesn't want to get married or have her own children. I hope. Eventually, as time passed, I thought of myself as some sort of pseudo-father figure to my girlfriend's nephew and bonded with him, though I made my boundaries clear. My girlfriend didn't mind, as she loved her sister and nephew, and even promised to adopt her sister's child if ever something happened to her. Well, I hope your girlfriend's careful with that, because you're her sister, who sounds like an irresponsible jackass, and, well, you're going to find out more pretty soon, might use as an opportunity to show the world she's not a worthy mother, and then have your girlfriend be responsible for that kid. And by the way, I would not sign any adoption papers or any documents that's going to make you legally bound to raise that child. I want to make that clear. And by the way, notice he said we babysit the child a lot, and notice he said that she's a party girl. After having a kid at 20 years old, she's still a party girl, so she hasn't grown up or learned anything. And we'd be babysitting the kid. Now, there'd be one thing to be babysitting the kid if she was off at work or doing something that was not, well, you know what I'm getting at. But if you're babysitting that kid so she can go off and be a party girl and get herself in the same trouble that got her this kid at 20 years old in the first place, that's a mistake. I just want to mention that. Anyhow, I thought everything was going good until we decided to tell her family about me and my girlfriend deciding on how our relationship was going to go. Her mother had asked her when we were going to get married, so we decided to tell her whole family that we were never going to get married or have our own kids. We were met with a mixed reaction. Her father didn't mind at all, but her mother made a big deal out of it, saying that she was wasting her youth and I was being a coward or less of a man for not proposing to her daughter. Well, that's real nice. My girlfriend and her mother had a big argument, and we ended up leaving her parents' house after that whole affair. So let's review. You are 37. Your girlfriend's 28. Last time I checked, you guys are grown-ass adults. So if it's your choice not to get married or have kids, that's your business, not mommy's. Problem is, I guarantee her mother was hoping for a big wedding so she can be the star mother of the bride, because remember, in weddings, guys, the number one star is the bride. The number two female star is the mother of the bride. And in some cases, and let's be honest, most weddings aren't really about the bride. They're actually about the mother of the bride, because they want to be the rock stars and invite all the people and all that stuff like that. So she's going to miss out on that. That happens a lot in these stories, guys, and they get really pissed off about it. And, of course, she's probably hoping for grandchildren. Ever since that day, her sister and mother had been acting weird. Me and my girlfriend would still continue to babysit her nephew, but her sister would spend more time talking to me and started to flirt with me. Oh, that's real loyal of her younger sister. Remember the party girl? Eventually, her mother apologized to my girlfriend, and we resumed to visit them regularly. However, her mother would start to make comments about how I would look better with a ring on my finger, and her sister would also start to act possessive of me, always striking a flirty conversation when my girlfriend was away, or grabbing my arm and trying to hold hands. I told her to quit it, but she just thought I was just playing hard to get. So your girlfriend's carousel riding party girl little sister is now openly flirting with you, hitting on you, when you made it clear that you and the older sister aren't getting married. And her mother's even jumping in on this. Nice family, huh? There was even this one time where I drove my girlfriend's sister and nephew to a doctor's appointment. When we got back, her mother commented that we looked like a happy family. My girlfriend did not take too kindly that comment and again started to argue with her family once again. After that argument, she had cut them off, and so did I. We stopped visiting every week and stopped babysitting her nephew. Well, I feel bad for the nephew for two reasons. One, you and your girlfriend sound like you have your shit together, so you're good for him. right? And his mother is obviously a freaking idiot, so she's not a very good mother or parent to him, right? And now you're not going to see him because you obviously like him, and he's not going to see you, probably the only people that are a good role model, right? So I feel bad for that kid, but it's her mother and her piece of crap sister that's causing this whole problem here. So the girlfriend's sister would still contact me if I could see her son, but I told her that I did not feel comfortable being around her anymore. Dude, you need to stay as far away from her sister as possible, because you get together with her, she can make up a bunch of lies about you, things that you may say, things you may do, and that can come back and be a problem. Don't put anything past her. She asked if it was because of my girlfriend, and then proceeded to suggest I should break up with her and marry the newer, younger model. Yeah, because you've proven through your actions to be you've been helping the family. I get that, you get along with, prior to the bullshit, you got along with her family. But now she's seeing you as, no offense, a white knight, because you were helping out, babysitting the kid, taking to appointments, all that stuff. And that's nice and all for family, but unfortunately that kindness is being perceived as weakness. And that's why she's trying to do this, to get you to then obviously have a meal ticket and probably someone to drop the son off with. I mean, talk about a treacherous, deceitful little piece of crap. I mean, this is your girlfriend's younger sister, and obviously a spoiled brat, because you can see the way she acts. It's always the younger siblings that act this way. I thought she was joking, but also she added she was open to being poly and would introduce me to some of her college friends who would enjoy my company. I thought this was just some horrible joke, but she was dead serious. She even sent me some spicy content and wanted to meet up. What a freaking low life. I would tell your girlfriend not to have anything to do with them anymore. And by the way, make sure you show your girlfriend every text or email or anything that she sent you. That way she is aware of everything. Because the last thing you want is to not have your girlfriend see some of these things, and then it can turn into a whole shit show. Now, I know you and your viewers that think that a guy in their late 30s can date people in their early 20s, but I'm one of those people who like to date within my own age range. Also, her sister isn't my type, as she has tattoos and bright neon dyed hair and a really different mindset from mine. Different mindset, huh? You mean that she's disloyal, and she's treacherous, she's deceitful, she's basically a SLUT on steroids? Yeah. And dude, your girlfriend's 28. She's in her prime. In my opinion, if she's cool, if she's as cool as you kind of hinted and described, and loyal and supportive and takes care of herself, fine. Why would you want some young asshole like her sister? Her sister's a piece of garbage. I showed my girlfriend what her sister had sent me, and it all went to shit. I think this whole mess tore her family apart. Good. Let her know what's going on completely. Currently, we are going no contact with her family, but her sister has been finding new ways to contact me. You need to cut her off completely, man. My girlfriend absolutely refuses to get the police involved, but I'm nearing my limit when it comes to this situation. What do you think I should do, SSM? I have a really good thing going here with my girlfriend, but her family's insufferable. Any words of wisdom from you or the commenters would be welcome. Well, first things first, I would cut off her sister in every way possible for her reaching out to you by text, email, social media, whatever. And obviously let your girl know. Again, it sounds like you got yourself a good girl. Okay, fine. I don't say that very often. So let her know what's going on whenever that sister of hers tries to reach out. And I'd make it clear. I'd say to your girlfriend, look, I'm telling this girl to back away, and if not, I'm getting a restraining order against her because she's harassing at this point. And you can either tell that sister of hers, stop contacting me, or a restraining order, or just do it yourself. But if you say you're going to do that, you better stick by it and mean it. You can't cave and back down from your word with your women, otherwise they won't respect you. But as for her family, dude, you're not marrying her, so good there, but you're inviting a lot of shit in your life because of her family. Now, I will say this. Ordinarily, I would say back away, because that family is going to impact you, which it already has. However, your girlfriend, again, sounds pretty cool, so I can make a little exception so long as your girlfriend is on the same page of completely distancing herself from that family. How long that may last, I don't know. But the fact, it's bad enough that the younger sister is doing what she's doing, trying to get you, because the younger sister, let's be honest here, bro, I'm sure you're a cool guy and good looking and charming and all that, but that younger sister really wants you for resources. She wants a white knight that can obviously provide and watch the son and all that, so she can go off and be poly and be a party girl and continue on riding the carousel with her colored hair and tattoos on her arms and all that bullshit, okay? That's the reason she wants you, okay? So do not fall for that crap. And I know, I can tell you haven't. But the worst here is actually her mother, your girlfriend's mother, who's been trying to, obviously, who's stoking the fire, so to speak. So she's a real problem. And I'm sure your girlfriend is aware of this. So I wouldn't be talking to her at all. So I'd go through this with the back of your mind. Okay, I'll stay with my girl, but I don't have anything to do with these people. Because, bro, just like I tell everybody else in this channel, I want you guys to have a very easygoing, drama-free, peaceful life. And the problem is that when you involve yourself with other people, a lot of times that can involve their problems in your life. And it gets to be too much. That's when I say walk. So I would go on this basis of how she handles her family. If they keep being a problem and she doesn't draw the line, or she wants to let them back in, you got good reason to, walk away. But again, every situation is a little different. Just keep that in mind. But I make it abundantly clear with her. I'm tired of dealing with this bullshit. So if we're going to be involved, you got to cut them off. End of story here. You're awesome. I'm with you. I'm glad I'm with you. You're loyal, blah, blah, blah. We have a good time together. But your family can't deal with it. But it sounds like she's on the same page as you, so hopefully it goes down that path. But do not, in any way, shape, or form, engage with the sister anymore. And certainly don't ever get alone with the sister. God knows what she can accuse you of to try to get some resources. And again, if things work out, do not sign any documents that you're going to be the guy that's going to adopt her son or something like that if something happens to the sister, because that could come back to bite you in the ass. If she wants to do it, that's one thing. That's her family, but not you. I'm just telling you that right now. Anyway, I thought it'd be a good one to go over here, guys. But again, another carousel rider trying to get a good man to be the white knight and take care of her problems, her issues. It's amazing. These stories come from all over the world, guys. Guys, anywhere, all walks of life, sending these stories. Isn't it amazing? It's the same situation all around the world, which goes to show you human nature is human nature. Men are the same, women are the same. Wherever you are, your culture, your religion, how wealthy you are, how poor you are, it's all the same story. It's amazing. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let this guy know what, in your opinion, what you think he ought to do. And guys, if you have a great story you'd like to share with me, something crazy, or something you've overcome, or whatever, that'd be good for the channel, email it to me. Make sure you write it out well, make it easy for me to read. The more you guys email me your stories, the more I can crank out and get done. Typically, I try to do 2 on the SSM channel a day, and then oftentimes maybe every other day on my other channel, They Did What. If you haven't checked out my other channel, that channel has all the crazy shit. So if you guys like crazy shit, go check out my other channel, They Did What. I'll put a link in the description. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.